Click for IB Biology. We're studying organelles in cells, and we're now going to take a look at the nucleus. There's a blank PDF of this presentation down in the description below, along with a quiz of 10 questions with answers so that you can check your progress and understanding. So let's take a look at the nucleus using micrographs of nucleus and start to recognize some of the features which are shown. So the nucleus is usually somewhere around about 5 micrometers, perhaps out to 10 micrometers in diameter. Different cells have different sized nuclei, but a diameter of 5 micrometers is a rough approximation. The nuclear region is surrounded by the nuclear envelope. Now this is important because it's actually a double membrane, and within this double membrane are pores. The internal area is split into a concentrated region known as the nucleolus, and then there's the nucleoplasm. So this micrograph here is illustrating in greater detail the nuclear pores which allow molecules to go into and out of the nucleus to the cytoplasm, and the kind of molecules which are making that journey are messenger RNA molecules, various forms of messenger RNA, and some types of proteins as well. And the traffic is in both directions. Now the important thing to realize, and something of a mythbuster here, is that the nucleolus does not contain the genetic information. This is actually an RNA assembly location where things like ribosomal RNAs are assembled, messenger RNA to a certain extent. The chromosomes that we associate with organisms with a nucleus, the eukaryotic cells, the chromosomes are found in the nucleoplasm, so they're dispersed within this region here. And of course, this brings us to the function of the nucleus, which is as a storage area for genetic information. And the nucleus acts, its specialist features are to act as a storage area for genetic information and to protect the DNA from the cellular chemistry, the availability of enzymes which could actually mutate the DNA and be destructive in that sense. And the isolation also allows a certain degree of control over the expression or the switching on and off of those genes in the process of the transcription. It's also within the nucleus. DNA replication takes place within the nucleus, and so it happens as an unseen process inside the double membranes of the nucleus. Typically, we think of a cell as having one nucleus, and yet as we go through the course, you'll discover that some cells are in fact multinucleated for various reasons, things like forms of muscle cells and fungal cells, whereas things like cardiac muscle tends to have a single nucleus, but striated skeletal muscle cells will have multiple nuclei, and fungi tend to have multiple nuclei as well. So we'll take a look at those features later on. So a summary then is that the function of the nucleus is to regulate cell activities in response to both internal and external signals, and then to instruct the response to those signals through various forms of RNA, protein synthesis, gene regulation. The links now are showing to our next organelle, to the channel, and of course to the playlist.